Hi, I'm Brad Berger, and welcome back to the Ideal Life Advice channel. So today we're going to talk about the third big risk in our series, the 6 big risks. And the third big risk is becoming sick or injured. Now this is a little more complicated because it really involves 2 phases of life. So let's talk about the first phase of life, and that is while we're working. So the problem with becoming sick or injured while we're working is what I like to refer to as the triple whammy effect. So let's talk a little bit about that. So the first problem, if you have a prolonged illness or you become disabled, the problem that presents to you is first and foremost, you're likely not working. If you're not working, you're not earning an income. If you're not earning an income, you still have to live and you still have expenses. So what goes first? Well, hopefully you've been a good steward of your money and you've built up an emergency savings plan, and that's exactly what this is for. So you're going to start to deplete your emergency savings. If this goes longer than that, we're going to move from our short-term or emergency savings into some of our medium range type savings, and ultimately, depending upon the length of the illness or the length of the disability, we could actually start to burn into our long-term retirement assets. That would not be good. So that's the first whammy. The second whammy is if we're not working and we've depleted all those particular assets, we also do not have the ability to contribute to our long-range financial plan, which ultimately means the third triple whammy is that puts our ability to live our ideal life in retirement at risk. So that's the problem while we're working. Let's talk a little bit about the problem of illness or disability in retirement. Oftentimes this doesn't happen right after we retire. It'll happen 10 or 20 years after retirement, where perhaps our body starts to give out, perhaps our mind starts to give out, and we need a little additional care. Anybody who's done any research in long-term care, this is an event that on average can last around 3 years and can be upwards, depending on where you live, anywhere between $6,000 to $9,000 a month. So this could be a situation where we're spending anywhere between $72,000 or perhaps even 6 figures a year in caring for us. That goes on for any prolonged period of time. It's going to have some sort of an impact on our overall financial plan. Lots of ways to address that, all the way from full insurance to self-insurance or anywhere in between. The important thing to do is to understand what that impact might be and what impact it will play on your overall financial plan. So the third big risk, becoming sick or injured. If you'd like to learn more about how the third big risk could impact your overall financial planning and the steps that you should take to consider in the development of that element of your financial plan, I discuss that in more detail in my book, Stop Trying to Keep Up with the Joneses. They're broke anyway. Available from many fine online retailers who sell books, including Amazon.com. So thank you for joining me on the Ideal Life Advice channel. If you like the content, be sure to give us a thumbs up. You can also subscribe so that every Wednesday when we release new content, you'll be advised of that. And remember, always be striving to live your ideal life.